Okay then, hello there everybody and welcome. I don't know who this is and I can't really see the name of the channel because I'm on my bed and I don't want it. But I like cooking challenges, so I'm watching it.
Today will be my most difficult cooking challenge yet. I'll be competing against my girlfriend, Isabel. We'll have 3 rounds consisting of an appetizer, entree, and dessert. But there's just one thing.
Oh wow, they going.
Never. So I'm giving Isabel a huge advantage in each round to level the playing field. If I lose, I'll take her on a 1-week luxury vacation to any destination of her choosing. But if I win, I don't think I'll have a girlfriend for much longer.
Let's cook.
Round 1 will be an
my tongue again,
appetizer round, and I will
goddamn.
be blindfolded. I'll be making what I call a blindfolded bloomin' onion. And it's certainly not gonna be easy, but I'm gonna give it my best shot.
Today I'm gonna be making a poke bowl. So I've made
I don't know what
poke
that
bowls
is.
before, but never with a full salmon here. I don't really know how to approach this. Look at him. So
Bro,
cute.
ugly.
For the bloomin' onion, I'm gonna chop off the head of the onion, and the idea is we want the onion to look like this. So I'm gonna chop down all of the sides of this onion.
Yeah, I never had
very
those
careful
either.
with my fingers as I do it. And when I feel like I've gone all the way through, I'll open the onion up and hope that it holds together. The
Don't
key
you gotta
now for
fry
me is
it
gonna be
with
to make the batter for
flour?
my bloomin' onion. We need
Yeah.
this to be extremely flavorful, especially because the judge I'm trying to impress today is none other than my cameraman, Manny.
Manny has been locked in a soundproof room and has no idea who has cooked each dish.
I feel like I'm doing this, semi-correctly. And our first piece. Got some scales in there, we'll fix that later. Now, I'm gonna try to get the skin off here. Okay, this is a bit harder than I anticipated. I feel like they make it look so easy when they do it.
I'm so
Yeah.
incredibly grateful that I can't see what the salmon looks like, because I think I'd have a heart attack. To season up my bloomin' onion batter here, I don't know exactly what I've got in my hands, but I'll do my best to just sprinkle in an even amount of all of them. I'm thinking we're probably well seasoned enough, so I'm gonna go ahead
No,
and
add
whisk it
some
all
more.
up and set this aside. The last step of my bloomin' onion is making the wet batter. I gotta do this by just pure feel. Come on. Come on.
That's enough, buddy.
Nice.
Oh, bro,
Then I'll follow
splat.
this with 2 eggs.
Bro, just-
After a
what
nice
the-
quick whisk, our wet batter is complete.
So I'm gonna start here with the cucumbers.
That's a lot of mess and I
Ooh,
like
that
that.
was a good throw.
What the is going on?
Now we're going to slice up our mango, and then we're going
Mango?
to cut into little cubes.
What is going on here?
Now I'm going to cut the avocado.
Avocado?
This is not bad. Not bad.
Our very
What is
last
you
step
making?
is to dredge this bloomin' onion.
I know she said
first
it, but
I'll
I
coat
still
the
don't know
whole
what
thing
it
in
is.
flour and really try to work into every nook and cranny on my onion. Once I've done my first dredge, I'll toss it into the wet batter and move it around as much as possible to fully coat the whole onion. So far, I'm feeling really good about this round. To finish, back once more in my dry batter, where I really need to open up every single petal here. I'll shake off all that excess flour, and my bloomin' onion is ready to cook. The food's smelling good, but I'm definitely not. Which brings me to today's sponsor, Native. Isabel here is often complaining that after a long day in the kitchen, I sometimes don't smell all that great. And while I'd certainly argue that there's nothing wrong with the smell of a nice, crispy, delicious, golden brown bloomin' onion, it'd be best to smell good when I arrive home each night. Native makes aluminum and pear, which is one of the grapefruit body wash. No different Native products, 2-hour or Native. This oil, I'm gonna keep straight into the frying oil this round. So let's get back to it.
Does you gotta fry with the
Finish this up,
blindfold
my
on?
bloomin' onion is gonna go straight into the frying oil. And now I have to give it the love and care that it deserves.
Okay, now we have all of our ingredients, so it's time to plate. So first we're gonna put the rice into our bowl.
$100 she doesn't season the rice. Guaranteed. Not even salt.
Now I'm gonna flatten it
Not
out.
even salt is
and then,
crazy.
Of course, gotta use some Osmo. Throw some of this on here.
Oh, yep,
Then I'll add on
yep.
the rest of my ingredients and top it
Raw?
with some special sauce and sesame seeds. And we're done.
My bloomin'
Raw
onion is
salmon?
complete. I'll place it down on the center of my plate. Then I'll press in on that section in the middle, and in goes our sauce.
He's one.
Do you think it looks good?
Nah, what is
Really
it?
good.
Are you feeling a little nervous now?
No, because you didn't season your rice.
Okay, so I don't know who made which dish, but I'm gonna taste both and rate them out of 10. I'm gonna start with this poke bowl. This looks good. I love salmon.
I guess people do eat that. I don't know.
This is what
I
I'll
don't
say.
eat
I
that.
thought all the sauce was definitely gonna be like a spicy mayo, but it tastes like a Thousand Island dressing. But the salmon tastes fantastic and fresh, and the bowl looks beautiful. I'm gonna give this a 7.8 out of 10. Okay, now moving on to this blooming onion. It looks like it's pretty well fried. The coating seems like it's pretty good. I'm trying to pull a piece off, but the batter just completely separates from the onion, so this is not looking great for whoever made this. I think I'm just gonna have to try it with just the batter. The batter tastes great, but I'm getting all bloomin' and no onion. I'm sorry, but this is a 4 out of 10.
Round 2,
Damn.
I'm feeling a little bit sad
I feel
after that loss,
biasness.
but this one shouldn't be as bad for me. This is the entree round, and for this round, I get to pick just 3 pieces of cooking equipment. For this recipe, I'll need my potato ricer, only 1 pan, and it's hard to cook without a chef's knife. I'll be cooking a recipe right out of my cookbook, what I call the gnocchi gnocchi. Because I don't have access to an oven, I need to boil my potatoes, which for gnocchi is not great, but I've got no choice. Once my potatoes are in, I'll cover them with water, and we'll let these cook until they're nice and tender.
At least he doesn't gotta wear a blindfold.
Spaghetti here with some shrimp, and we're gonna make a nice red sauce. So we're gonna start to season, because Nick was making fun of my rice last round. Garlic powder, smoked paprika, and this will reduce as we work on everything else.
I just almost grabbed a fork to test if they're fork tender, and also this pair of tongs, but then realized I can't use either of those. This is a real life game of hot potato. I'll wrap these potatoes in the towel to let them steam. Oh shoot. Does the towel count as kitchen equipment?
Now we're starting the shrimp.
No.
We're gonna put a little oil in the pan, get it hot, and then we're gonna stick these bad boys in straight in the pan.
Every time she turns the heat on with the oil, that's what it ends up as.
Whoops.
I don't know how it hasn't become something
All right.
we've learned after.
Bro, it's still alive.
Garlic powder on top.
Garlic
a little bit
powder?
of paprika. Whoa,
What the hell?
Been a little too much. They're getting a little bit smoky in here.
Oh my God. No.
What's wrong with them?
What do you mean?
I seasoned them a little. They're
You don't
honestly
season
good.
those like
I'm
that.
telling you right now.
I mean,
you've
I'll
already set
eat
the
them.
fire alarm off.
Castrol GTX full
I mean, I don't
provides
eat those,
6
but
times
I'm pretty
better
sure
wet
that's not how you do it, right? Somebody who eats those, let me know. I never. Yeah.
Should we restart?
No! At this point, I'm gonna peel my potatoes, and the idea is that we wanna keep these as light and fluffy as possible. The most difficult part with this is that you wanna peel the potatoes when they're still nice and hot, as I explained in my cookbook, but it becomes difficult to do it without burning your hands. Now it's time for me to use my second piece of kitchen equipment, the potato ricer, which in my opinion, you cannot make gnocchi without. Using my hands now, since I have no other option, I'm gonna go ahead and make a little well in the middle of my potato here, then sprinkle over all of it with a touch of salt, a very light pinch of ground nutmeg, then into the center, I'll crack 1 egg, and begin to sprinkle in some of my all-purpose flour. Now, I'll gently begin to mix. Gnocchi is one of my favorite things to make in the entire world, but I've never done it with such a minimal amount of kitchen equipment, so we'll see how it works out. Isabel, what did I make you on Valentine's Day for the entree?
Gnocchi.
And how was it?
It was quite good.
So are you gonna lose this round?
No.
When it comes to rolling out my gnocchi, this is when I need equipment number 3, the knife. To roll out my dough, I'll hit the cutting board with some flour and cut this dough into about half and begin gently rolling back and forth. With this, I'm looking to make nice logs of gnocchi. I feel like I got this round in the bag. I'll slice them into these beautiful pillows. Then once they're cut, give them a little pinch, and that's ready to go.
All right, we're just stirring up the sauce here a little bit. Okay, don't show me.
Wait, she said she's making spaghetti, so why does she need this? What the hell? Like spaghetti and this and not meatballs? What? I just caught that. She said she's making spaghetti, bro. I was like, why is she using that?
Let's remove this. We're gonna start on the pasta. I'm trying for the perfect al dente.
Did you salt the water? Let me guess.
She didn't salt the water. Oh, that's crazy.
No, I should have known that. Nick always goes, salt your water like the ocean.
Okay, it's time to cook our gnocchi because I need this pan for some other things. Normally, I would not cook the gnocchi this far ahead, but I don't have a choice today. If you don't already know, knife drop is out right now. So if you want to make this gnocchi like I'm doing right now, make sure to go get yourself a cup.
You know what's really bothering me? The fact that he has like flour on his hands and he is touching his book. That book is gonna be so dirty and it's bugging me.
Now we're gonna check the pasta, see if we've reached that al dente. I think only a couple more minutes and then we're good.
Oh my God, I don't know how to strain these. I didn't think about that. With the potato ricer. So here's my idea. I'm gonna clean this thing out and I'm gonna use this as a strainer. I don't think anyone has ever done this.
Smart.
My gnocchi is complete, so I'll come on over here and try to drop it right into my strainer. Oh, it's working so well. I'll dump these out onto the counter, but they're not done yet.
Time to strain. I don't know where Nick keeps his strainers. I think we're gonna use the frying.
Bruh.
I think this'll work.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, sabotaging me.
To finish up, it's time to get our gnocchi nice and crispy. This, to me, is my favorite touch that I put on this dish. The one extremely difficult part for me here is that I don't have anything to really move these around with, but I'm gonna have to
Use a
figure out a
knife.
way to make it work. These are looking beautifully golden brown. I want you to hear how crispy and golden these are. It's time now to plate. My hands are getting burnt by just touching.
Yeah, but you got cookish hands, so I feel like you fine.
Beautiful tower of gnocchi. To finish this off, I'll separate out an egg yolk. And I do have to be extremely careful here as I do this last part. If this doesn't rest perfectly on top, all of our hard work goes to waste.
The key here is to make it look pretty and make those spaghetti swirls that you see in all the photos. Looking good. I'm gonna put a nice even layer of sauce. Now I've gotta add on all of my amazing shrimp and I'll
Okay, first of all, remove the shrimp. Second, I really hate spaghetti that's like this because I don't like the sauce being separate from the spaghetti. So cook the sauce with the spaghetti so then it like gets stuck and ingrained on the spaghetti. I really don't like this because it feels like I'm having spaghetti like noodles and sauce on the side, and I really don't like
Finish it
that.
off with some Parmesan cheese. Finished product.
I hope Isabel won't be upset about this, but I am gonna have to borrow her microplane just to go ahead and finish my dish with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and I'll finish with just a little bit of this beautifully browned butter. This is my favorite flavor that you'll have in this dish.
Round 2 entrees, let's get into it. All right, right off the bat, I don't really know about this presentation. It kind of looks like a shrimp bloodbath. It could taste really good though, so I can't judge it yet. It's better than I thought it would taste. All right, I'm going for one shrimp. I feel like I have to. It's part of the dish. Oh my God, it tastes so, I don't know what's wrong. 6.3 out of 10. Okay, so moving on to the second dish.
Bro, damn near spit. Bro, ain't no way, bro, being
I'm
nice.
trying to say the presentation is pretty impressive. All right, let's cut this egg yolk. Oh my
I don't like
Before I
eggs
even
like
try
that,
it,
so
it
he
looks
would get a
homemade.
0 because I wouldn't even
I
try
don't
it.
think she could pull anything like this off, so it might be Nick's dish.
Hey.
Sorry, Isabel. All right, I have to try this. This looks so good. This is really good. 9.3 out of 10. Excellent dish.
Round 3 is the dessert round, the final round of today.
Ooh, dessert.
I have
What you
one
making,
win,
cheesecake?
Isabel has the other. Why are you standing like? What are you standing?
What do you
like?
want me to do?
The twist for the dessert round is that I have to cook my whole dessert in an easy bake oven. Hopefully we get a dessert good enough that I don't have to take her anywhere in the world for a whole week.
This one's gonna be an easy one for me. We're gonna do a Cookie Monster ice cream sandwich. So right now we're
ooh.
mixing together our
Ice cream
dry
sandwich?
ingredients here, our sugar, and
I
our
haven't
brown
made it
sugar,
an ice cream
and then
sandwich.
also our
Nor do I
butter.
really
Here we
want
go.
to. But ice cream
Next, beating the
sandwiches are
eggs
schmack.
and vanilla. We have Charles here. Good old Charles. Now we're slowly gonna start to combine the dry ingredients into the wet. It's getting thicker.
Before we begin, I'm gonna preheat my oven, and what I love about this, there's no 350, no 375, it's just off or on. Probably the toughest part is that this is all we've got to bake things. This is the smallest container ever.
What
For
you
dessert,
making?
I'll be making a blueberry crisp. I'll start with some brown sugar, then a nice drizzle of melted butter, and I'll mix this all up. Now in with some all-purpose flour, and also a little bit of regular sugar, and of course a nice little splash of our homemade vanilla extract. And once I've mixed this up once more, I'll go ahead and add in some of these blueberry oats. Now I just want to mush this together so that we begin to get that nice crumbly form.
I feel
I'll
like
spray
she's
my
already
baking dish.
won.
Now down with some of these frozen blueberries, and I'll top this all off with my crumble. This is ready to go into our oven. You gotta be kidding me. It looks like to fit this, I'm gonna have to press it down as best I can. Then we can go in. That's good.
All right, we're gonna try to shape this into more of a dough with our hands and then add the chocolate chips, and we made them pretty big. So that they
chocolate
can fit
chips.
the
I don't
ice
like
cream
chocolate
inside.
chips
Okay,
for
now
real.
that we have our 3 cookies, we're gonna stick them in the oven. In we go.
I only
We
like
got here
chewy
some
chocolate
blue
chips,
ice
honestly.
cream. We're gonna fill
What
this
kind of blue
bowl
ice cream
here
is that?
and try to
What
get a
flavor?
perfect circle with the ice
Kinda
cream
looks like
fit in
mint.
between the cookies. I gotta work fast because it's already melting out here on the bottom, so we're gonna stick this in the freezer while we wait for the cookies to finish. Got a lot of meat in here. It's bulking season.
I'm at the point where I want to check on this. So we're supposed to push it all the way through, and then you stick this in. Theoretically, I can just pick it up and pull it out. Oh, that is not cooked at all. I'm convinced this thing is pretty much doing absolutely nothing. This is about all I can do. To plate my dessert, I'll first go down with a few scoops of my beautiful
That's
blueberry
disgusting.
crumble, which I must say turned out better than I thought, but is not quite as crispy as I wanted it to be. I guess that's what happens when you cook in an easy bake oven. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take a nice scoop of my vanilla ice cream, which is gonna go right on top of my tart, and we'll finish it with some nice fresh lemon zest. Maybe a little blueberry juice on top to finish.
It's time to plate the dessert. I'm gonna cut around the edge here. Make
That's a
sure it
fat
comes out
cookie.
nicely. Stick the other cookie right on. Kind of
Yo,
like an open mouth. And then for the
bro, I was gonna give it a win, but that's a fat cookie. That's a fat ice cream sandwich. That's too fat, bro.
finishing touch, we're gonna stick 2 eyes made from white chocolate right on the top. And here we have our Cookie Monster ice cream sandwich. Woo!
All right, dessert round. These are the final dishes. All right, looks like I have a ice cream sandwich here. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna take a bite. Woo, it's really cold. It's so thick. I honestly couldn't get a bite out of the whole thing. Absolutely delicious. Before I give a rating,
It looked like everything fell apart when he tried to take a bite.
I want to try the other one. All right, we got our second dessert here. Honestly, looks like a little bit of a mess. All right, let's go in for a bite. Compared to our last dish, the presentation is really lacking. However, it's much easier to eat. I think I've made my final decision. Nick, Isabel, I've tasted all 3 of each of your dishes. I've tallied up the results.
I don't know why, but it seems like he's acting when he's trying to tell us the results instead of like being himself and tasting the
I
food.
have a winner. One of you finished with just under 21 points, and the other 23.5. Congratulations goes to
Ain't no way you picking the ice cream sandwich. You couldn't even get a bite for real.
Isabel.
Woo! We're going to Japan!
Can I come?
No.
Bro just wanted a vacation. Cause ain't no way, bro. Nah. Okay then. Like, subscribe. See you guys later. Hope you have a good day or night. And bye. I might watch some more of them.